Let us try to solve the exercise number 6 in the part B of Advanced Java Lab. In this particular exercise, we are supposed to write a JSP program to print first 10 Fibonacci and first 10 prime numbers. So this is a simple exercise. Let's go to the NetBeans over here, and I'm going to go to the file menu. And in the file menu, I'm going to click on the new project, and I'm going to select the Java web application as my project, and I'm going to click next here. Okay, and you can give any name to the project. I'm going to give Fibo Prime. Yes, Fibo Prime. You can give any name for your project. Let me click next, and I'm going to select Glassfish as my application server. Again, it is not going to make any difference in the execution of the program. Let's click next, and I don't want any frameworks as such. Let me click finish to finish it off. Now the NetBeans is going to create a application for me, and this application, if you look at the project over here, has where is that Fibo Prime? Okay, has two parts inside it. The first part is for the JSP part, and the other part is for the Java part, that is the servlet part. I'm going to use the web page web part as such. Now, if you really don't know which part to insert the servlet or which part to insert the JSP, just click on this part and then insert. Then if you insert, automatically NetBeans will take care of it. But I know that I'm supposed to insert the web application not inside web.info. This is your deployment descriptor, so don't try to do anything with the web.in. I'm going to put it for the web pages over here. Right click on it, and I'm going to say new JSP. Either you go from here, or if it is not visible over here, go to the others, and in the under web you're going to see the JSP or JSP page, one and the same. It's not going to make any difference as such, but I'm going to go for the easiest one. Right click, new, and JSP. As usual, NetBeans is going to ask you for a few things. The first one is the name. Okay, I will give the name as a demo. You can give any other name. And folder, I'm not going to create any other folder. Directly let it be there on the web page. Okay, and it's going to ask you whether which type you want to use it. Okay, and I'm going to use JSP standard syntax. You can use XML syntax, and also you can create a segment. That is, you can use the segment and embed these segments inside the main page. Okay, so it's like master layout, and you put the smaller component into that. But I don't want to touch any of them. I'm going to just finish it off. So NetBeans, if you notice, has created already, it has created a JSP page with the demo.jsp, and this is how it's going to look like. And what is there inside this particular web page is you don't get too many things inside this. What you have there is an HTML page with nothing of JSP. This is a plain old HTML page, and it's going to just say at page, and the content type is HTML. That's it. It's an ordinary HTML page. First thing I'm going to do here is change the title, and I'm going to say the title is Fibo and Prime. You can give any other name also. And I don't want hello world to be shown over here, because the first thing that I want to show, let me use the F4, and I'm going to generate the F4 also here, and I'm going to generate the Fibonacci series first. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to say Fibonacci series. Okay, this is an ordinary HTML page. How do I make this one as JSP page? There are many ways in which you can do it. One is by using JSTL tag, but I feel that that is not really required for this particular application, because I want to keep this application very simple as possible. So you know very well when you are writing the PHP, you use the PHP tag over here, and then the not like this. You write the PHP tag like this, and the PHP will start. But what about the JSP? In the JSP, you use this tag. Okay, so you use this tag, and in between this, where is this tag gone? Okay, let me start over again. Somehow it is this tag. Okay, and you're going to close this one. Okay, and what you have here is, I don't know, at that time I did something wrong, so I just put it back again. And if you notice that from here to here it is the JSP. And after all, what is JSP? JSP is your Java. Okay, so this part is Java, so you can write the Java here, anything in the Java. So your program now changes from the JSP page to, instead of saying write a JSP program, you can just directly say that write a Java program to print first 10 Fibonacci numbers and first 10 prime numbers. So it is simple as that. Okay, let's start the logic. You know very well what is a Fibonacci number. You start with the 0 and 1. What is the next element? Next element is the sum of the two elements. So 0 plus 1 is 1. What about the next element? Again, 1 plus 1 is going to be 2. And what is the next element? 1 plus 2 is going to be 3. And what is the next element? 2 plus 3 is going to be 5. So it is always the sum of the previous two terms. Suppose this is a, suppose this part is a variable. I'm taking a variable a, and this is the variable, or this one, this is the variable b. How do I get c here? So c is equal to a plus b. Okay, so you get how do you get the next element? How do you get this one? To get this one, you have to change the value. A is pointing to now 1. A must point to 2 and B must point to 3. How do you do that thing? So you first change and make A point to B. How do I do that thing? You assign the value of B to A, and B must point to the value 3. How do I get that 3? 3 is nothing but a value of C. So B must get the value of C. So every time when you run the loop, you calculate this C is equal to A plus B, then interchange the value, give the value of B to A and give the value of C to B, and this you continue until you get the first 10 prime numbers. So let's start with it. I'm going to take the variable int a, which is equal to 0, that is the initial value, and b, which is equal to 1, and c I'm going to calculate. Also I'm going to use the variable I for my for loop. Okay, so then I'm going to use the for loop. For I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to 10, because I want to calculate less than, what, how come a has come, I less than or equal to 10, I plus plus. Okay, so this is the for loop, and inside this for loop you are going to calculate C is equal to A plus B, and then you interchange the value. Okay, A is equal to the value of B and B is equal to the value C. Now how do you print it? Now, because you are already familiar with the servlet, you have this out there. So do you have the out here? So can I put out dot? So if you put out dot, you get this out dot print line. So you are already familiar with this story of which one, your servlet, and there you get out dot print line. So can I put the out dot print line here? Okay, and I'm going to just concatenate it with br. Now because this is a HTML page, you cannot put the spaces there because HTML ignores the page. Let's give it a try, and I'm going to just run this page to see whether I get anything useful in my program. So let me slightly bring it down. I don't want the whole thing to be shown there. So when you run it, how many errors are you going to get? So if you look at here, you get where is the, it's going to take a bit, my machine is slow, that's why you see a lag in the output. So you are going to see either an error or you are going to see the output. One among them you are going to see. So you have to patiently wait for it to start the server and then definitely run the JSP page. Okay, so please bear with me. And I'm going to just pause this video. I think I don't need to pause it. I thought I will pause it so that you don't have to waste your time on the video. So you have this Fibonacci series. And what is the Fibonacci series? You have, where is that 0, 1? Oh, I have not printed this 0 and 1. Let me print them also. So you have the first element, next element, next element, next element, next element, and so on and so forth. Only thing that I have not done is I have not printed the value of A and B. So I think I feel like I will show it in the straight line here. So how do I do that thing? So before I start the for loop, let me write this out dot print ln. Okay, out dot it is not the problem with the NetBeans. It is a problem with my machine. My machine is somehow getting stuck every now and then. So I'm going to print the value of A, and I'm going to do some cheating. And what is that cheating is I will go to this HTML page. In HTML page, I don't know whether you are familiar with, I think HTML, this JSP is here itself. In this HTML page, this is HTML part. Remember, if you come out of this thing, you are in the HTML. In the HTML, you have this ampersand NBSP. I don't know whether you are familiar with this non-breakable space. Okay, I'm going to take that and just concatenate it here. Okay, where is the out I concatenate it here, and maybe one more time, 2 times space, that is 2 space separation. I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to print the value of B. Okay, and again, it is I'm going to print paste this. Okay, so this is what I've done. A, then 2 spaces, then the value of B, then 2 spaces, then the value of C must come, and after this C, 2 spaces will come. So 1 space and the other space, rather than getting the this is at a line break, so that it will come continuously. Let me go here. I've saved it, Control S to save it. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to just refresh this page so that it comes in straightforward. Okay, hope this is more than 10 now, because 2 additionals are there. Now this is what happens when your browser is doing too many things. But Bing is doing many things there by showing ChatGPT and other things. So that's not really required. Let's have this. The third element is the sum of the previous 2. The fourth element is the sum of the previous 2, and so on and so forth. If you count, there are 2 extra values are there. So I'm going to do the final touch to this. I'm going to say, because 2 elements are already printed, I'm supposed to print 10 elements, out of which 2 elements are already printed. So I'm left over with 8. So I'm going to just save this one and give it a final touch, and that is going to be my Fibonacci series. So there are 10 elements are there. This is 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. First 10 Fibonacci series elements are done. So let's go with the second part. And second part, we are supposed to write the prime numbers. So I'm going to come out of this one. I'm not going to continue with the same thing. I'm going to just come out of this one, and I'm going to say Control C and Control V. So this is prime numbers. There is nothing called as a prime number series. I just copy pasted that thing instead of writing the things many times. Prime numbers, and let's put like this, series like this. Okay, done with it. So let's start the JSP part. So here, and I'm going to close the JSP part. Now, by the way, if you like this C, if you want to print the value, there is the other way around, and that is there is other one more tag is there, and that is equal to, and this one, like the PHP, you can type the value of the variable, okay, and it's going to print it. So don't worry, but I'm not going to do it because it's going to complicate the matter, and you know very well, yeah, the first part A programs carry 8 marks, so don't complicate the things for just 8 marks. Okay, let's concentrate on the second part. How do you check whether a given number is prime or not? You know very well, one is neither prime nor the composite. So I'm going to take PR or PN, prime number. Let's say prime number. I'm going to start with the prime number 2. Okay, and I want to count that there are 10 prime numbers are there. So I'm going to use the variable count here. I think that is enough. Okay, what else I need? Okay, so let me initialize that count because I'm counting. This is the first prime number. So I have to, when the counter reaches 10, I'm going to exit it. Okay, and I assume that this number is prime. So how do I do say that thing? So I'm going to say I'm going to create a Boolean variable, and I'm going to say is prime. So given number is prime equal to true. So I'm going to say it is true. So given number, that is this number is prime. This is my assumption. I really don't know whether that is true or not. I have to check it and then say that this is prime or not. Now I have to get the first 10 prime numbers. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to start with the while loop. So while my count, so I've started the count with the 1. So my count is, I don't know what is this. It is giving me A there. So as long as the count is less than or equal to 10, that means this is the first number. I have to count up to 10. First 10 prime numbers. So I have to count it. So I'm going to get that thing. And I think I will make that assumption that the given number is prime here. I'll just keep it here itself. So inside this while loop, I'm going to make the assumption that the given number, because the numbers are will keep on changing, given number is a prime number. Yeah, that's it. So this is the assumption. Inside while loop, I am going to make that assumption. Given number is a prime number. So is it really true? Let's check that thing. So you know very well, you have to keep on dividing. So start from I is equal to 2 because 1 divides every number. So I less than Pn divided by 2. Up to go up to half of it. If you want, you can go equal will divide it anyway. Okay, then I plus plus. Done. Now, where is this I? I is already declared here, remember, so I don't have to declare I again. In the previous I is declared, so I'm just using that I. So it is not required that in every block you declare it. Entire page is considered as one program. So I is already declared. Now let's start with this. So if okay, this prime number divided by I, if the I divides it, so that means to say that, you know, what is a prime time is a number that that is divisible by 1 and itself. Suppose if there is any I, so I is starting from 2 to 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. If any other number divides the given number, in that case what you say is what do you say, is prime equal to false. My assumption is false. Okay, and I'm going to break this for loop. There is no point in continuing with the for loop. Okay, I'm going to go out of this for loop, and I'm going to break this for loop. Now coming out of this for loop, I'm going to check whether the given number was prime. Remember, when you run this for loop, it may so happen that except the given number and 1, no other numbers are dividing it. In that case, it is a prime number, or it may not be a prime number. So I'm going to say if is prime, that's simple as that. If the given number is prime, you print and say that this is the number. How do you print that number? You are going to say out dot print ln. Okay, you are going to say that thing, and you are going to print the prime number. And as usual, I'm going to steal something from the previous code. And what is that I'm going to steal is I'm going to steal two non-breakable space from here, and I'm going to just paste it so that the numbers, like the previous one, numbers will appear with the two non-breakable space. Done with that. So next one is if you feel that this number is a prime number, that means if you print that given number is a prime number, so that means you got one prime number, so you are going to increase the count. So simple as that. So if you say that this number is a prime number, you got one prime number. The next time if you say this is a prime number, you got the second prime number. So the minute you say this is a prime number, increase the counter, because we are supposed to print the first 10 prime number. So we started by saying that let's assume that 2 is a prime number, and we tested. So our answer may be it may be a prime number, or it need not be a prime number. Suppose if it is a prime number, well and good, you print it. If it is not a prime number, go for the next number. So you started from 2. What is the next number? Next number is 3. How do I get this next number? You know very well. Next number is got by typing pn plus plus. So this is the only thing that the BCA students know, that there is something called as plus plus, so that you can use it. Okay, but some of you don't know that there is also minus minus. In any case, so you still have 6 months to go. Definitely you will realize that there is also something called as minus minus. In any case, so we have done up to this point, and I've removed the spaces unnecessary. Let's go here and let's refresh this part, and let's see whether I got the prime numbers. So 2 is 4 is a prime number. Oh, this is going to be terrible. How come 4 has become a prime number? Okay, let me. Yes, the remaining all are not the prime numbers. So this 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23. How did I got 4 in that thing? I'm not really sure about, because 2 will divide it. Is it not? So I started from, where did I started? I is equal to 2. The 2 should have divided it, you know, when it is 4. Okay. Let me go and put equal there. So here I'm going to put that equal there. I missed that equal sign. Okay, logic. You see, logic is too critical. Is the 4 gone? Yes. Okay, so sorry about that. Again, I don't know. I'm apologizing you for. Sometimes I just miss because of my age. I can't concentrate more on it. So this is equal is required. Up to half you have to go. I just use less than. But any case, now I'm getting it 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's it. You got 2 numbers, and if you get this program, you must be happy that this is what you are supposed to do it. Thank you for your interest, and this is what you are supposed to do it in this exercise. We will meet again in the next exercise. Thank you.